Hip hop saved my life.
Yeah, he cautioned, ain't that often, revealing thoughts that I'm engulfed in.
It's not something that I just kind of picked up.
The table where life serve different portions of misfortune.
It's a way of life for
In
me.
the form of non-believers, the noise they talking is distortion.
Music is, like for me, it's cathartic. So I'll turn on a track and I will zone all the way out. I go somewhere else sometimes.
Asking every day you the predator or the prey. My reflection, rejecting, excuses that were said, numbing problems with meds. Fam, streets ahead rough.
Then when I was diagnosed, it was really one of those bitter sweet moments because at one hand I was like, aha, I told y'all I had something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not crazy because that's what they had me believing.
Flows are utter gutter, appearances are deceiving. Can't judge this book by its cover, no need for triple K. Brothers is killing brothers over paper they making. I'm banging with undercover, they tripping. From the muscle, we scuffle, the fuel of hustle. Lot of work, doing dirt just to fill that Louis duffel. That don't mean every player on your team built for the tussle. As they ride or die, scheming on me with a daily rustle, you know. Yeah.
Life's about choices. You make a choice to be either a victim or you're gonna be like overcomer. My name is Oya Gilbert. Started with fatigue, and that was when I learned the difference between being tired and fatigue. I had never really been sick, never broke any bones, so I knew something was wrong. I was feeling weird. And these episodes, as I say, progressed from there. So eventually I got to this space of trying to figure out what was going wrong with me. And as that progressed, I went to see the different specialists in my area. I live in a very rural area. It's predominantly an older white community. They just didn't know what was going on, but I was telling them, hey, I don't like to take medication, but they just kept saying it was something else, it was something else, it was something else. So eventually what wound up happening is I thought I was going to pass away, and then I decided to increase my life insurance policy. And so those are the folks that discovered what was in my blood and set me on the right path, but it took about 2 years for that to happen. Yeah, I just was in a very blessed situation where I didn't wind up passing away from this illness, but it certainly was on that path. People shouldn't have to go through those different types of scenarios when we live in 2024, and people should be able to be diagnosed at at an early stage and not have to go through, essentially what I went through. I use the word deflating. It was deflating because on one hand, they were telling me what I did not have, which was wonderful. But on the other hand, I was getting more sick. I knew something was wrong. They just really didn't listen. It was a bunch of different things. They didn't listen.
It's the trauma from the drama, hard to sleep. Had to grind the game, I get on my feet.
Ultimately, trying to learn more about my cancer and seeing how the disparities was affecting others, it put this thing in me to maybe do more for others. So that, kind of morphed into this thing of, let me immerse myself in there and be an advocate. And then that advocacy bug hit me so hard, and I decided to say, hey, let me do something different to try to maybe move the needle a little bit.
Products in the game got me tied up, cash me real high up, lost and forgotten through this whole ordeal, this so rotten, hard to be stopping once you get it started popping. No, it ain't right, another limelight, people make songs, pockets rotten through this whole ordeal, this so rotten, hard to be stopping once you get it started popping. No, it ain't right, another
the healthcare providers not being more educated about multiple myeloma in general, let alone maybe in Black people. Well, I think that was really like the really crazy part. And then when I was diagnosed, it was really one of those bitter sweet moments because at one hand I was like, aha, I told y'all I had something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not crazy because that's the way they had me believing, or that's what they had me believing. But on the other hand, we well know that multiple myeloma is not curable, and so that created a whole new set of directions and emotions to go to. wanted to get out of this was trying to figure out how we could increase health equity. We poured all of these ideals, into a bucket. I am blessed to have the opportunity to have a seat at the table and actually help to make a difference. This was another one of those opportunities. That's how I felt like if we really want to make a difference in Black Americans, Black and brown community, with the opportunities to have a seat at the table, we need to take advantage of those. It'll be 7 years since I was diagnosed. A lot of fantastic things have happened. Obviously, I've been here for 7 more years. My quality of life has been very healthy-ish. I have a daughter that's older, so I got to walk her down the aisle, unrushed. But cancer changes your entire perspective of life. Like every aspect, I appreciate just using the bathroom now. Things that we take for granted. And so I use this term, I become acutely aware of everything around me. And that's really what, my kids, here, in this interview, I'm just acutely aware of the importance of cherishing the moments and doing as much as we can while we're still here. While I'm healthy-ish, I'm going to do as much as I can.
Help me make it through this bit ahead. Come, I know you hear me. Come.